If you're anything like me, then you'll make code that looks suboptimal. And so I'm going to show you how you can maybe fix it to be better. So first of all, let's make the spacing look good. If you have a function, you want spaces before and after it to make it sort of stand out. This is for Python, by the way, but I'm sure you could use this for other languages too. Let's make a space here as well, just for consistency, and I'm going to delete this last one because it's useless. And actually, I think for comments, it's okay to have it just attached. Now, let's fix these comments because, alrighty, I'm going to delete this fix later one because I'm fixing it right now. And I'm going to delete this because it's terrible. And let's look at what sleep Aloha does, because this name doesn't tell us anything about what the function actually does. So we get number 1, and we get number 2, and new number equals number 1, and then we return new number plus number 2. So if we actually simplify this, then we're just returning number 1 plus number 2, which is just basically adding. So first of all, I'm going to change this name to be better, just add. And then I'm going to change this to add 2 numbers. Now, these variable names, they suck. In Python, we already have a pre-decided way of making variable names, and that's using underscores. So number 1 and number 2. This is the nice way to do it. This is the proper way to do it. Technically, you could do number 1 like this, but that's tedious, so just go like this. Now, this new number equals number 1, that doesn't make any sense. We don't need to do that. We can say new number equals number 1 plus number 2. And then we don't even have to return anything other than the new number. I think that's a little tedious to say new number though, because that's just a weird. So I'll just say new num, just to be sort of consistent. And now when I'm doing this, I'm going to print add 3 and 7. Also, functions should have lowercase. Now, this doesn't really need a comment, but I'm going to add one anyway, and it's just going to say print the sum of 3 and 7. Now, if I press F5 to run this, it's going to print 10 because 3 plus 7 is 10. It does all the same stuff, but it's so much easier for you. And just try to be consistent about how you do things. So if you start with capitals on your comments, start with capitals. If you start with a space before a comment, then start with the space. Do it everywhere, okay? If you have capital letters for your functions, then keep it capitalized or keep it lowercase, depending on what you have. So yeah, that's how you be a little bit more consistent with your coding style.